When we have shoulder pain, a common cause of that could be the tissues in the back of the shoulder just getting wound up, scarred down, tight, and not moving the right way. So if you've had issues with getting into the front rack position, or if you get into the front rack position, you're like, oh, it just feels weird, especially maybe after a heavy front rack day, or transitioning from your front rack to to a jerk, to a push press, to the overhead position, right? The overhead barbell position. This back of the shoulder here can be a common cause of these issues, a common cause of pain. So what we're going to do is utilize our favorite mobilization tool, a lacrosse ball, and get back here and start to work these areas out. This can also be a cause and limiting factor for this hang position here, or hey, when we need to when we're doing a snatch or an upright row, right? If we don't have this internal rotation, our shoulder is going to come forward, and so if we're missing this, we might just do this to try and compensate, and it does not put our shoulder in a very good position, and also creates this hinge at our neck that we really don't want. So grab your ball, we're going to lay on our backs, and we're going to place it right behind our shoulder here. Right, kind of right in the meaty part of the back of the shoulder, and all I want you to do is just roll around, and you're trying to find something that jumps out at you, like, hey, it's a little bit tender there, but not too bad. Keep on trying to find spots. And nothing's really jumping out. Oh, there we go. I got a little bit of a spot, so we're hanging out. So find that spot, and now what I want you to do, you can do some rotations here. This is fine, but actually get that elbow up, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is pretty darn intense. So this is a great one to do. Again, hitting that rotator cuff, fantastic. And also hitting, again, there's fascia lines, guys, there's connective tissue all over the body. So not just the rotator cuff, but also the lats come in here as well. So a whole host of tissues we're hitting that we need to hit that will help loosen up the shoulder to help us if you're having issues with doing snatching, dips, the bottom position of your push-up, overhead motions, and also the front rack position. This is going to be fantastic for that. For a distance runner, this will be great if you have issues with crossing over or letting your shoulder dip forward. It's a little bit dipped right here just because of the ball. Also, guys, quick tip, don't keep that elbow on the ground. If you do, it's really going to dip the shoulder forward. Lift it off, then do it. It helps prevent a little bit of that dipping force from occurring. And again, if we're here, we're really impinging on some of these tissues like the biceps and the cartilage, the labrum. So keep that elbow off the ground, but also distance runners, right? When you're doing push-ups, if you're doing pull-ups, or just your running form, if we don't have this rotation here and here, when our arm swing might be, we might kind of flare those elbows out. So guys, gold standard again, 2 minutes. My favorite exercises, or my favorite mobilizations to do to help loosen up the shoulder and start moving better.